Everything was going fine. It was a normal day at work. Emails, phone calls, organising meetings, just another Wednesday. And then my boss walked in. He looked serious. That was never a good sign. "Emma, did you send the presentation to the client?" he asked. "Of course I did. I sent it in the morning, but then..." He frowned. The client said they got the wrong file. My heart stopped for a second. The wrong file? No way. I quickly checked my email. My hands were shaking as I clicked on sent. And suddenly I noticed my mistake. I had sent the wrong file. My mind started racing. What should I do? Should I tell my boss now? What if we lose this client? What if I get fired? Breathe, Emma. Panicking won't fix this. I needed to act fast. I grabbed my phone and called the client. "Hello, Mr. Johnson. This is Emma from Smith & Co. I'm really sorry, but there was a mistake with the email attachment. I've just sent the correct file. Could you check if you received it?" A few seconds of silence felt like an eternity. Finally, the client answered, "Yes, I have it now. Everything looks fine. Thank you for fixing this so quickly." I could finally breathe. The problem was solved. At the end of the day, I went to my boss and told him that the client had received the correct file. He looked at me for a moment, then smiled and said, "Good job, Emma. You handled that well. Just double check next time, okay?" I nodded, feeling relieved. I had made a mistake, but I had also learned something important. Always double check before sending an email. That day I almost lost my job, but instead I learned a valuable lesson.